Hey guys, it's your favorite Unc here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. Ocho, the Eagles beat the Steelers in the Battle of Pennsylvania 27-13 after 3 consecutive weeks of being held over 180 yards. Jalen Hurts was 25 of 32, 290 with a pair of touchdowns. Brown and Smith both went over 100 yards, marking the 4th time they've achieved this feat, setting a new record for the most such games by a duo in Eagles history. Hurtt, the approach was a little different this week. The grass will be greener where you water it, where you decided to water the pass game. And that's the kind of fruits that you saw of our labor. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The grass is green on the other side if you water it, if you fertilize it, if you tend to it.
Right. You always got to. It's all about upkeep. Sometimes it don't matter where you go. As long as you got some grass over there, it's all about the details, being sharp, paying attention. Everybody ain't really got the discipline though. Very few got the discipline to take care of the grass, where it's green. You hear me? Yeah, but anyway, that goddamn game was good though. I could tell you that. The game was good, and it didn't take a turn for the worse for the Steelers until Najee Harris fumbled. When he fumbled that ball, it was a little haywire. But what the Eagles did after that on both sides of the ball was impressive. Offensively and defensively. They looked good.
It would have been interesting to see Ocho had he not fumbled that ball. But you got to realize they got their points now because T.J. Watt punched the ball out of Jalen Hurts. So I mean, if we being honest about it, I mean, you think about it. Russell Wilson was 14 of 22 for 128 yards. They ran the ball 17 times for 56 yards. So they had less than 200 yards. As a matter of fact, to be quite honest with you, they had less than 190 yards of total offense. Excuse me. You're not going to win very many games with 190 yards of total offense unless your defense takes the ball away 5-6 times, a couple scooping scores, pick sixes. Other than that, and you sack the opposing quarterback 5, 6, 8, 9 times. But to get no sacks and to get he had one turnover, Cooper DeJean fumbled on the punt. That's how they really got the touchdown. DeJean fumbled on that punt. But other than that, they really didn't move the ball offensively, Ocho. This was probably this was their worst offensive performance
we've seen
since Russ was inserted back into the starting lineup. This was the Eagles dominated this. They got out.
Listen, it's the fact. It's okay. I think it's okay, and it's good that Russ had a game like this. They had a game like this, and they didn't just play against anybody. They played against the Eagles. The Eagle team that has won 10 almost.
Yeah, they run 10 in a row now, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
So to see him have a game like this is understandable, and I want to say it's okay. I want to say it's okay. Boom, we back to the drawing board. What do we need to do better going forward from here? Because when we do play good teams like the Eagles, at some point that we'll probably have to face at some point, maybe in the playoffs, or a team that's in the AFC that we might have to face in the playoffs, what do we need to do better? How do we execute our offense? Because I saw so many goddamn three and outs from the goddamn Steelers where they could never get themselves into a rhythm offensively. They couldn't run the ball.
No.
That goddamn Jalen Carter.
I told you.
But
they got him playing. That D-line with Williams and Carter and Davis with Sweat. Oh, they playing. Hey, and they got them two guys in the middle, Zach Braun and Nakobe Dean.
Them boy playing some ball, boy.
Man.
So listen, there was a collapse. They had a collapse last year. They were 10-1 and they collapsed the remainder of the season. That ain't happening this year. Not with the way that defense playing. Absolutely not.
But there were a situation on the sideline. I think Sirianni was trying to talk to Jalen Carter, the D-line coach. I've never seen a team that has such prosperity, but damn, they argue about they constantly into
dysfunctional.
It. I'm like, damn. I would really hate to see if they would lose. Okay, so Ocho, if we 12-2, we're 11-2, we're 10-2, and we're arguing and we're bickering on the sideline. What the hell would it be if we 6-6 or we 6-7? What?
But you know what? it could be a sign, it could be a testament, it could be a good thing. It could be a good thing. You never know what it is. Obviously, I can't say what it is, especially from the outside looking in. Players are
Correct.
passionate, coaches are passionate, wanting everybody to be on the same page, not celebrating too early, being that the game was somewhat close, could have been an issue as well. But it's a good thing, to see that the coaches care, to see that the players care, and that everybody's on one accord with the same understanding, with the same end goal in mind. Let's keep that focus on what we're here for and why we're doing what we're doing.
Right. Them Georgia boy, they got like 4 guys starting.
Yeah.
They got N'Kobe Dean, they got
Jordan Davis,
Carter,
Carter.
they got Davis,
Yeah.
they got Nolan Smith Jr. I mean, they got a lot of guys that's starting that's from the University of Georgia, them Bulldogs, them Dogs, but they're playing really, really well. Now, I saw Washington driving Slay out of the back. I've never seen a guy get blocked that long, that far. Hey, that's where Ocho, that's where you just dropped. And I know Slay didn't want to get dropped because he didn't want to be, I got pancake. He know they're going to show it on Sports Center. But, bro, when the man drives you 30 yards out of the back of the end zone, put your back up against the wall, that's going to get showed too. It just is, Ocho. You know it. But, hey, he like 6'8", like 270. So it wasn't nothing Slay could do.
I think, obviously, just speaking on that play in general, I think it's unfair when they change the rules, when guards and tackles pull on sweeps, or misdirection plays. Now that the corners and safeties are at a disadvantage.
Oh, you can't cut them.
Huh? You can't cut no more. You can't create a pile.
No.
So I think it's almost unfair. And I mean, the DBs and safeties are at a disadvantage, giving up 100, almost 150 pounds.
But you hurt somebody. And see that if you try, and see, here's the thing. They say are you trying to make it safe? Because guys don't want them knee shots, Ocho.
Right.
Them guys, stay off my knees, man. Stay off my knees. They don't really let you cut in the interior line like we used to when you and I was in the league. And so they say, look, we're gonna protect. We're gonna try to protect everybody. Obviously, heavy emphasis on the quarterback. But I like that rule because, man, them guys going out there and them guys just trying to take. And even on the run back, Ocho, they won't let you. The quarterback used to try to take the blockers out. They won't let him do that anymore. Right. And so that's always been a rule on the kick team. You can't block below the waist. But the Eagles look good. The Eagles look good, and I said this about 3 weeks ago. I'm not so sure if Detroit and the Eagles play. I'm not so sure I wouldn't take the Eagles. I'm almost certain I would take the Eagles.
Detroit?
I would. Yeah.
Hey.
Because the Eagles have something that very few teams in the NFC have. They front seven can go get home.
Listen, that front seven.
And we know Goff is not mobile. That's Josh Allen that you try to get to him and get his ass on the ground. You can get to Jared Goff.
But also remember now, you still got to do it. You still got to deal with that running game. You still got to deal with the running game.
Yeah.
And if things are balanced, there's a good dose of running, there's a good dose of pass. Listen, Detroit can be very dangerous, despite that loss today. They ain't no slouch.
No, they're not. But Philly, they love to play two shell. They believe they can stop your run with their front seven. And I don't see any reason why. I haven't seen anything to make me feel that they can't, because those big boys up front, that D line is vicious. They get after you. And they did a great job on the Steelers today. The Eagles look really, really good. 27-13 winners over the Pittsburgh Steelers, who fall to 10-4, but still lead the AFC North. We talked about that. The team was leading by 14 in the fourth quarter. Weird to see coaches yelling at each other. Yeah. But hey, if I'm a team, I'm doing everything I can to try to get a lead on the Eagles.
Because they start folding, fighting and bickering.
That's what I got to see it. That's what I want to see. That's all I want to see, Ocho. I want to see if calmer heads will prevail. But then I want to get a lead and then see, what I'm gonna do to AJ Brown. I'm gonna double him early. I'm gonna frustrate him.
You see the kind of day he had today, though, huh? You see what happened? Yeah. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Anytime, I mean, listen, it's just the way the NFL works, just the way it works in general. You know, you have a day where it's bad like that. You say some things, and then the passing game today look like they ain't miss a beat.
The thing, but like you said, Ocho, Steelers do a great job of
The
stopping the
run,
run.
exactly.
With the passing game, the passing game better do something today, or you're gonna get beat.
I absolutely knew this would be what happened today because they're so good. Listen, they top 5, you know, in defense, the Steelers, especially against the run. So I knew they were gonna have to put the ball in the goddamn air to have some type of success.
Hey, and you know, and they were playing this game without George Pickens. But I'm gonna tell Joey Porter Jr. this, bro. They're not gonna call that push off. When he opens you up outside and then he clubs you, they're not gonna call that. So you can tell the official he doing this all he want to. They're not gonna call it. First of all, it's within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. So, bro, you have to get in the weight room because you're a little light right now. You have to be able to clamp up because these guys, these big receivers like an AJ Brown, they're gonna play through contact now.
Every time.
They're gonna play through contact.
For DB, it's all about understanding your personnel, understanding what you can and can't do against certain receivers. There's some receivers, you know, they physical. You could either get physical with them or use what you have to your advantage that they don't. Your quickness, being quick, being twitchy, you know, and just shadow them. Just shadow them. You got to understand your opponents. You got to play everybody different, you know, and what works best for you.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Okay. Russell Wilson offense needs George Pickens to get back after scoring 27 points in the first game without Pickens. The Steelers offense scored just 13, managed 163 total yards, lost the time of possession by nearly 20 minutes. The 163 yards was the fewest in a game since week 2 of 2010. So in almost 14 years since they that's 15 years since they had that fewer yards. But the Eagles are really good defensively. They dominated the game. Dominated time of possession. So when you see a team dominate time of possession, you're not able to run the football. I don't think anybody is surprised by that number. The days are warmer, the walks are longer, and one easy way to help your dog shine this season is with fresh, healthy food from Farmer's Dog. Farmer's Dog makes fresh, real food and delivers it right to your door. Recipes are developed by vet nutritionists, made from real meat and veggies, and proportioned just for your dog, making it easy to say goodbye to burnt brown balls. Feed your dog real food with real benefits. My Pomeranian Teddy loved the stuff, and his coat has never looked better. It's smart, healthy pet food you can feel good about feeding your pup. It's the best option for your dog of all life stages because it's not kibble, it's not canned goo, it's real healthy food. And it doesn't matter if your dog is young or old, it's always the right time to begin investing in their health. That means more happy, healthy, full years together. Get 50% off the first box of your fresh, healthy food from farmersdog.com/nightcap. Plus, you get free shipping. Just go to farmersdog.com/nightcap to get 50% off. That's farmersdog.com/nightcap.